Awesome.
So Bard Song is down.
Bard Song is down. For what it's worth, I've taken their performance.
Okay.
2 magic missiles go flying into it. They're rouge magic missiles, if I remember.
Rouge is red.
Yeah.
The Rouge. Oh, 5 damage.
Yeah, mentally. I'll beat its head in. Wait. 5 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, you injured it and pissed it off. Doesn't seem to like the unerringly strike things.
Okay, Mars gets attack. That was 1 move to get there. And he's attack. Bard's Song is down.
It is.
Crap.
It looks like very wispy.
22.
This might destroy it.
Okay, well, okay. 2d8 plus 4.
Mars doing his tiger claw attacks.
13 damage.
13 damage, yeah, you discorporate it with that attack.
That's why the second one missed.
Okay, Renee is going to immediately assume this, since the same statue maker was here, that the same magical trap maker was here, and he's going to, in his brain, he's like, we've got 1 minute till that thing resets. He's going to walk over there to get that body and walk out.
Okay. You walk across the tiles. You do feel like air coming from the tiles, even though they're not vents. They're kind of like there's like air coming from the symbols.
All right. If he was alone, he'd be like, pull the pant leg, like, woo! But he's
All
not
right,
alone.
you pick up this really dry, desiccated body, kind of makes like dry, snapping celery sounds as you're picking it up.
Yeah, carry it out.
You're like, oh, his arm.
Oh, is there anything on that?
Carry the body out like a boss.
Good.
Oh man, come on, Zero, get out there, dude.
Zero, after seeing that nothing has popped out.
Grimdark's closing the door and
Yeah.
undoing the lever and locking everything back
Yes.
into place. This looked like some priest of the god of peace and serenity, Rao. He's got a holy symbol of Rao. We'll say it's a silver holy symbol. And a scroll tube.
All right, scroll tube and silver holy symbol of Ra. Scroll tube, silver.
You're gonna start liking Vamaris at 6th level.
I have no pleasant way to respond to that.
You will.
All right.
I hate you, but I love you.
Okay. Why would they? I'm very confused.
It's a fucking dungeon. Don't overthink it.
Renee walks to the next
Yeah, they had some air-focused room. All right.
Peace and love.
Magic from the scroll tube?
There is magic from the scroll tube.
Okay, I think the party's in it.
Yeah.
Is it a magic scroll tube or magic inside the scroll tube?
Inside. There are.
It's not a scroll tube of holding.
Nope, there are
We're holding and
scrolls inside, perhaps religious ones or divine ones.
To be determined later.
These might be important.
There is a long hallway with a single statue in it. It bends to the north.
Okay. Follow, creep along like creepy creepersons, or like murder hobos. Number 2.
Actually, it does make sense to have a Morris right in the back because you can run right through everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You just left the body behind then?
Yeah, it's.
Once we have its valuables, screw resting in peace for you.
Well, it's one of those like there'll be time.
Upended in some unceremonious way.
There'll be time for that later.
No, what it is like, if there's a monk that's going like statue like this, he's just like draped over him. There you go.
Okay, Grizak, you are seeing signs that that creature comes this way. The other footfalls and tracks don't typically come
What
this way.
creature?
The big bat creature that you fought already.
Is it where the guy with the crystal scimitar came through?
You mean the one that we already defeated?
Yep.
Let us know if there's something new.
More monks in monk statuary.
There's some monks with monk statuaries here, and
There's a door that is closed at the end of the hallway. Plus, it seems to.
Are you looking to take
hey,
over?
Rennie, there's a door that's closed way over there.
Are you looking to take over from the Snake Oracle?
Let's see what else is new around this corner, eh, buddy?
Oh man, good thing we're being quiet.
Dungeon music, you reminded me.
Dear Swats. Stop that.
I like your dungeon music better, says even Fabian.
Don't you stop.
Okay, the party's giggles and laughter
Yeah.
echo throughout the monastery.
For the
It has been a long time since this monastery has heard laughter.
The foes have a +1 morale bonus due to rage.
Oh, there they die.
It's actually huge.
Approach the door. Grinthar just shrugs when Renee looks at him. To the east opens up a larger chamber. Take a glance into the chamber.
Yep.
There's our way up.
Quick peek. That goes up.
There's a door in the hallway.
The ceiling of this room is about 20 feet high. It's painted with a scene of scholars hard at study.
Hold on.
There is a statue at the center. It's a polished wooden statue of a woman in robes sitting in the lotus position, eyes closed in meditation. The statue hangs at the center by some very thin wire to make the statue look like it's levitating.
Bing! There's an extra minute doing this thing.
Yeah. Let's quickly just check this door to the south of us.
There are dozens of tattered books that lie along the north wall, and it looks like some of the filth from the creature that you fought earlier might be in this room.
Before
Past
Renee
games
opens the
and such.
door, Mars takes the tiger stance.
Do you know how about taking combat actions out of combat?
Yeah, I think at the beginning of combat you enter your tiger stance.
Can we do that? Okay, ready. Go!
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, Shane.
We'll open the door to the south quick. Just make certain we're not
Okay.
getting.
There are metallic coffins with vents in their lids that line along the southern wall of this room.
With vents in the lids.
There are numerous large stones that are heaped atop the furthest coffin, and it's strange, they don't have like names on them.
Huh.
Big metal coffins.
Ping again.
Did we like fall into Ravenloft?
Guess so.
The vent in the last coffin seems to be clogged, and there's a bunch of rocks on the end coffin. I'm just going to draw a bunch of circles over it.
Okay.
Someone has piled up rocks on this one to keep the lid closed, and like bags and old linen and pillows and things have been jammed into the vent.
All right. Renee is going to investigate the first coffin.
Nothing to see here.
It does have small vents along the side. You can open up the coffin. It does lock on the outside. It's just a simple bolt. You open it up, and it's just sort of an empty space with a vaguely humanoid-shaped groove in it. like a man could lie down in here. Okay.
Renee Hobson takes a nap. Don't.
Lean back. I will be good here.
Like, check the next one.
Okay. They're all unlocked.
Okay.
The last one.
Vimaris is in there with him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Zero will go in there as well.
Rizak's pinging for magic, and he doesn't sense any magic. Just in the first part
can
of
we
the room.
see the vents? Can we see into the coffins? through
Yeah,
vents?
the vents. There are vents along the sides, and they're built in such a way that you can't. The vents along the sides don't let you see completely in. Like there might be a metal blocking the view of the vent,
Okay.
and there's like an opening along the hatch, so you could actually like open the hatch and with a mesh wire like talk to the person inside if a live person was in there. But you can close that shutter. In this box that is covered with broken bits of masonry.
Maybe there's sensory deprivation tanks for the peace monks. Like that might be something that they do. Like, all right.
This is like a dungeon.
There are no spikes in the in the coffers. There's just
And who's in this last one?
Well, we're gonna
It's the Grizzak of the monastery.
Hey guys. Cousin.
okay. There is a bit of a funk coming from that last one.
Oh, did it? Sorry, Renee knocked on the thing.
Okay, bring the metal, so nothing pings back. But there's a ripe, recent dead smell coming from that tank.
Let's leave him alone.
You're pretty sure it was somebody stuffing all the vents in the side, like jamming candles in the sides and pieces of cloth and.
Renee starts knocking the shit off the top.
Okay.
Oh no, he's bad idea.
Yeah. We're helping you. He's like, hey, I got some fire ready for this guy.
Somebody was tortured to death here.
Yes, they dead now. That's all okay.
Why did they get special treatment and not it?
We can't do this later.
Grizak is gonna step back.
Okay, you guys clear the rocks. There's the sliding bolt that is
Okay.
all that remains from the lid.
Shield in one hand and actually, Vimaris doesn't carry weapons. Shield in one hand, hammer in the other. You slide the thing.
Okay, you slide
Okay.
the bolt. You open it up. Yeah, there's it's a recent death. Humanoid, male. Looks like he's been stripped down to like under armor. He's about 6 feet tall, wiry, scars, got tusks.
Tusks?
Slightly greenish skin.
Tusk.
He's been in there for days. Not quite weeks, but days.
Maybe he's just having a conversation
Detect magic?
with Grinthark when the smell hits him.
Oh, man, fucking stink, man. Yeah, his body's moving a little bit. A few days in a hot box.
Yeah.
He probably died. He probably died of lack of air.
Detect magic.
No, he doesn't have any equipment on him. This looked like he got stuffed in here and left
Okay, well,
as some sort of.
You sure his body's moving?
Yeah, his belly is moving. His belly's kind of bloated a little bit. And it's moving.
I know what that is. Renee, we'll let find out. Renee's is satisfied
Okay.
and will go to F-16.
All right. So he just
Alright.
walks over there.
Yeah.
What'd you find, man? What'd you find?
Mars will close that up.
There is they torture an orc to death in there.
Oh man, you have any treasure?
Nope.
Unless you think Maggot are treasure.
Oh man, did you find any real treasure?
No, not in there.
Alright, just checking, man.
Oh, ratchet.
This is lovely in here. The mural's beautiful.
And Zero will join the F-16.
It is nice. There are books over here. Steven's gone up and is looking at some books.
Renee will just go peek around that hallway that's like, hey, there's this little corner here. Let's just make sure there's no Zambambos or whatever just waiting.
Yeah, ping, ping, ping. Hey, right there. Check for
Down here?
like friggin' traps, man.
Yeah, this door is actually open, and it looks like there are some old book binding and writing supplies.
Okay.
Some of it might be salvageable.
Actually, Grizzly's doing a survival. Do they look like they walk
Books
through
look
here?
like they're spilling down the stairs from the room above. Like someone just dumped a bunch of book down the stairs and walked on them, and they're like, you pick up a book and
This is not how books should be treated.
maybe this one. There's a monk's diary where he measured everything about his day.
Okay, maybe this one.
The Path of Peace by Quintus Aurelius, monk of Rao. On this peaceful day, I started by going down and eating 49 peas at breakfast. This may be an estimation, as some of them were mashed. I will have to speak to the cook about this. I completed 3 pages in copying, and it's like this thing was all about counting. Down to the bowel movements. Awesome. Okay, maybe that book could just slide there.
I'm not really interested in the epic shits of Monk Aurelius. I'm sure there's something worthwhile here, though.
Grizzly,
Zero poker head into F16.
Grizzly's pinging. Pinging.
F16A or
F16A.
Yeah, this is where all the book binding and like you could probably make books, repair them, and
It's like a book lab.
run a Scrivener's.
Grizzly checks
Renee's
in there
just gonna
too. Pingy pingy.
It's just it's
I don't know, Grizzly. We'll see.
freaks me out.
This place doesn't have a lot of treasure. Give me a D10. You roll a 1, you find something magical.
I rolled a 1. I rolled a 3.
Nope, but you find this nice, like overly ostentatious pen. It's got this huge fucking plume on it.
Yep. In the back.
All right, you've got an ink pen with a ostrich plume.
I call dibs. At the very least, I can put that in a hat.
That room seems rather empty. Put more stuff, Marty. More stuff.
Yes, more gold and magic.
And the thing is, it's been picked over by monsters, and then monsters were clearing it out. So there's a lot of empty space and.
And minions who work for dragons who don't tend to be. Oh,
Yeah, guess where all the stuff might be.
yeah, exactly.
Dragon lives nearby.
Kenny's asking for a room literally full of red herrings. Fish everywhere.
All right, there are books
Fish and
flowing
birds.
down from above, and there's a corner, and Renee just steps around the corner.
Alright. Okay, then they'll go down. Hey, look, coffins.
These are
Nibbles keep you safe.
a lot of old beds, sleeping rolls. It looks like this is by various inhabitants all the way from the time of the monastery to recent. But we're going back 50 years. Somebody made a camp here, and then recently Kobold made a camp here, and then maybe the Grioths came through here. Maybe the woman spent some time. There's a lot of just detritus of campsite stuff. You're pretty sure that you could cobble together an adventuring year's pack out of the stuff in this room.
Nothing is moving or trying to kill us. So
Nothing. All right, Grizzly, give me a D10.
God damn it!
9. No, it's a lot of,
down here.
a lot of sundry goods.
These weren't important. I would just go like, there's gotta be something here. Just pull the books down.
You've been hit by that much red herrings. You're not dead, but your ego is taking considerable damage. Funny. Yeah, this place seems quite quiet and safe now that you've killed a lot of the things on the upper floors.
Okay. I think we assemble near the stairs.
Yep. Near the spiral staircase that leads up. From your vantage point of the other third floor and higher stations, there is a single third floor store that level that is above you.
Yeah, that's where we want to. I think we're going up those stairs in the similar Gronk and Rogue formation.
Okay, I'm going to just go off to the right a little bit and reveal. Yeah, so they found a sleeping area. They found a place where books are made. I'm going to just go off to the right here where I will reveal the source of all the books.
Library. The library. Of course.
Obviously.
I don't know if that's picking up on stream, but of course.
Tall bookcases fill this impressive chamber. An elaborate fresco on the ceiling depicts devoted Rowan priests and monks in meditation. There are wispy smells of incense throughout this room, as well as incense is depicted in the mosaic. Most of the books are either dumped from their shelves, rotten, stomped upon, or taken. You get the sense that a lot of the books were removed from the monastery.
Okay.
Bang! You can look through them, though.
Yeah, Fabian's very curious. I'll look through some of them. Surely there's a gem in here somewhere, I'm sure of that. Library this size?
You find more of these journals from like, you get the sense of the way of peace by, and like, one of the ways that they counteracted they exulted in the boring parts of lives because the boring parts of lives were the peaceful parts.
Well,
Great tales of struggles usually involved violence and therefore were anathema. So the best way that you could show yourself as a follower of Rao would be to exult in the long periods of right, you're like You're sure that collecting maybe what you need to do is just collect one priest's full life of this bullshit?
just say, this is an example of...
That's probably why they died.
Somebody has really done, like, you're getting the random bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to take some time to clean through here, and you get the sense that somebody already has. Like, you're not...
Someone took the good ones.
Finding... Although, I'll give you a D10 roll. If you roll a 1, you find something special.
I will.
Boring.
Who's actually thinking of using a fireball?
It's not even like Teenage Girl Diaries. It's
What? Yeah, boy! From now on, you do the roll.
The comma, what?
It is magical! It is the book of peaceful sexual positions. Just everyone just sort of laying on their side. Non-aggressive poses. Oh.
Hands off all the time.
There's lots of melons. Weird. No, you do find this was actually hidden. It looked like one of the bookshelves collapsed and actually revealed something that whoever robbed this place before missed. A stone along the back part of the library, along the floor, got shifted, revealing a secret compartment underneath it.
Oh, look at here.
And you pull out this perfectly square book. It's heavy, bound in metal, and it says there's divine writing on it. It's got a heavy clasp with a lock.
Okay.
Give me a bardic knowledge. Is there a blowing the dust off of it?
oh, that book.
26.
This minor artifact is called the Book of Peace.
Grindock, come here with your bag. Grizak, I'm sorry.
Those who master the Book of Peace can, for all who hear them, automatically stop any violence.
I have found a great treasure.
You don't know how this artifact is really used or what, but the Book of Peace has been found.
He will learn.
And Rao, from his godly position, smiles, knowing that the weapon of peace is now back in play.
Do you remember the character build concept that we put together like a long time ago, where it was like the peace mage, like the peace caster? It would be like the least party friendly fucking thing. It's just like this 100-foot aura of like calm emotions. It's just like everybody's just drained of testosterone.
It's locked. You don't know how the key opens. Like, it's got this binding that goes into the metal and binding that goes into the metal. You're pretty sure that the pages are metal.
Grindock, can you open this?
Oh man, this is gonna happen to me.
It's be something. Okay.
I don't know, man. It's fucking.
And perhaps you have to keep a journal of your poo for a decade or two before you can.
This will require more research, or perhaps a full library of a Temple of Rao to understand its secrets. You're also pretty certain that priests of this religion would want their artifact back. So
In exchange for blah blah blah.
you don't know. You've got decisions to make.
Yeah.
You see this nice find, she says.
Very much so.
There you go, Kenny. There's more shit.
He makes a joke about they should keep a journal about what they do and how many times they do it.
This escapade.
Yeah.
Freaking worshipping Sunni or something.
Okay, you want to put it down on the care sheet or somewhere in the...
I put it on the party treasure.
Party treasure?
Yeah.
He doesn't trust himself to hold it. He wants it in the...
It's Rao's Artifact Book of Peace. Is how it's written down.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Uh,
Oh man, I'm gonna sell it for lots of money here. It's pretty valuable.
It's...
you know, if the whole book thing part doesn't work out, it kind of looks like it would make a good set of like close terror for, you know.
Sometimes your brain makes my mind twitch.
It is a gift.
Okay, give me an intelligence check. A survival check, maybe?
Alright.
Ooh.
Anyone who's in the library? After you guys have looked around and kicked books around a little
A
bit?
survival check. Okay.
Alright. 17 for Fabian. 16 for Nibbles.
Marty, is this stone cutting?
Yes.
Okay. If you aren't using the seek action,
21.
the DM rolls a secret check.
Just roll your survival or in check, and you've got stone cutting, so add 2.
Alright.
You must make secret rules, Matthew.
I'm an ass.
Natural 1, so critical fumble.
1d2.
Never mind.
It's fairly likely.
Uh,
Who got the highest?
I got 21.
Who's Renee?
0.
This room's too small. And there are no windows, there are no...
Renee didn't roll. 0.
19?
There's probably a passageway to get into another layer or something, because this is not big enough for what we saw from above. Start looking for. What's that? The passage by Nibbles, or that dark spot? Is that?
Looks like
Right
passage.
here, you mean?
Oh yeah, it's a wall where I'm hiding the S.
Oh.
Let's check over there then, shall we?
The whole group of you spends
we-
like 5-10 minutes looking along the
We
wall.
searched the
And eventually, you end up. Hey, why is this book still standing up? It's the only book left standing up. It's like a false book, and you end up kind of pulling the book forward. A little chain attached to the back, and the secret passageway opens up.
Sorry. It's like, I thought that was a hallway.
It does reveal a long hall on the outside. This is all interior. It's pretty cramped.
Renee.
Survival from
Renee.
Grizak. When was the last time this was open? Hold on a second here. You ready?
Yeah. Okay. Hold on a second. So Renee and Grinthar go out into the corridor.
Okay.
It's like a special effect when the corridor seems to sort of get longer slowly.
That's where they changed the focal length of the lens. That's how you do that.
That's what's happening to this corridor.
Oh, no, you're fine. 10.
Natural one.
Natural 1, exactly.
Critical fumble.
Grizak overlooked something, and it was a perfect footfall from
Mummy living here somewhere that's supposed to be locked up
a
somewhere.
woman or very slight, form had been here recently. I mean, like moments before. But you missed it, so you rolled a 1. So don't worry about it. Yeah, Renee, the
In a Kubrick film. You're right, randomly. The module certainly loves secret passageways that lead to long-ass hallways.
yeah, the designer of these maps is like, those secret passageways, get the fuck out of the way.
Yep. Okay, Zero, get in line. We'll start
Okay.
wandering down the hall.
This does not feel right, says Sula.
Oh man, my fucking head's all dizzy.
There's...
Just hold while you'll be fine.
Initially, I thought it was you fucking with me.
What's wrong? What's wrong? Move it.
Okay, Vamaris, you look at this monk, and the monk's like, it's like this perfect statue of a monk, but his head is starting to elongate. And it starts to crawl along the ceiling as it's getting really thin.
Okay, we should get out of here now. Move it quick. Move it quick. Move.
What's wrong?
Knowledge of cult lore. Could this be bleed from
Like a tear?
Lair?
This is exactly what it is. There are numerous accounts of the natural world and sights and sounds no longer playing by normal rules.
We're getting close to the tear.
Grizak's losing his lunch. Sparky goes down to the sick and zaps it a few times before going back up towards it.
I'm fine. Yeah, let's get
Renee, this sheared off area of the hallway, seems like it's going to be difficult to navigate because the floor at the corner is kind of rising up in like an angle.
Okay, we're gonna basically like lean on the wall with our shield.
Okay.
And sort of drag it across.
All right, so Renee's like, as this impossible angle is coming up at the in the corner here. And zoom in. This wide grin it wasn't a grin to begin with, but it was like sort of pursed lips on the monk. You can't see anything else from him, but this wide grin is appearing. It's all sheared
Mouse.
as you're moving.
Did a magic trick. I had a big dice in
as you're
the
stumbling by him.
Watch your feet, I dropped the monster die on the floor.
I'll find it when I go to the washroom.
Alright,
Renee actually hears a voice up ahead. Renee recognizes his voice. It seems to be echoing from somewhere.
his own voice?
Nope. It's not Sula's voice. It's from without.
Okay.
And it's Buffet.
Who?
Okay.
She says, "Hello? Is that the shadow plane?"
Maffei, it is not the shadow plane, it is something else.
There's like fucking talking to you.
We fall into a force.
Grizak starts to speak. I think we're getting closer to the tail.
So Grintox is just fucking blur around you as he's dancing around you, trying to pull you along. For some reason, Renee is going super slow, and everyone else is like this really big blur.
He has Vamaris will push you along. That's it, buddy.
Okay. It feels like you are. It feels like you're being brought through a hallway that is a cheese grater.
Oh.
Your armor is just kind of going. As Vamaris is pushing him along faster than he should be going.
Is it
At the speed
difficult
of
for
walking.
me? Is it difficult for me? Or?
Yeah, there's actually there's a force beyond Renee's weight that you're pushing him against. Grintark has run up and down this hallway like 10 times.
Something's wrong with Renee.
Something's wrong with all of us right now.
Sparky is actually this little tiny pea, like he's like somehow collapsed into like a pea-shaped thing is just in your pocket.
Yeah, get in the bag.
Finally, as you exit this hallway, Renee, it's like he's shunted forward out of something. Grintark's like, "Oh man, you're fucking weird. Your face is all back normal, man. It was a little fucking weird, man."
That was something different. I heard Maffei. Did you hear her?
This place is wrong, man. Blink a couple times, you'll see it.
Okay.
It's just a normal hallway.
Okay.
The door at the end. Just a creak from the door.
Okay, Renee will take the lead
Alright.
again and see if I get
No,
caught.
man. Blink a couple times.
Renee will blink a couple of times.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Vamaris will blink a couple times.
16.
Okay, you thought for a moment you saw it. Like, the hallway for a brief moment was a different color. Like, dark. Like it was absorbing light. Like it was painted in something dark and slightly oily slick. Like with a sheen on it. Oh man, it's fucking growing everywhere, man! Don't touch the walls, man! Don't let it touch you!
Fucking President Evil bullshit.
The biohazard. The leech monster.
Why is the guy wearing a triangle for a hack?
Silent Hill.
Is that you?
We're gonna go. Go.
Yeah, let's go forward.
Renee is running down the corridor. Alright, let's see who's unlucky. Renee apparently can't see it. Grinthar can, but he just says don't blink. 1, 2,
Can I
3,
do-
4, 5, 6. Give me a d6.
One of these six is not like the other.
Everyone? Or?
Number one is who
No,
gets the prize.
Vamaris sees it. He sees it plain as day. There is stuff like inky black tendrils or roots that are growing from behind that door and just sort of kind of leaching along the ceiling walls. They look like sort of like the shadows, but maybe they have a few inch thickness, and it's just like this growth. Your friends have run ahead and they're stepping in it. They're not attacking, but you just get the feeling of your god is showing you something that is wrong.
For Palo!
All right, you run forward.
Yeah.
Resounding steps. Everyone else seems to be okay. Grizak and Zira are divine casters, and they can also feel.
Grizak is a primal caster.
He's a primal.
Yeah, the primal. Okay, so the divine caster. There have been days where you've cast all of your spells. And the feeling coming from the chamber beyond would be the feeling when you had no spells left, which is kind of impossible when you have cantrips, but you're kind of getting the sense like that empty void where spells and powers once were.
Totally. It's the dark side of the moon.
Does Grizek feel that?
Renee simply carved on the stone door that is here, in plain old trade common. It says, "Beware, dark oblivion lies within!" Exclamation mark.
Yeah, nope. Let's get out of here.
There is now a droning sound and a creaking, like some weird windmill. It is cold and still.
I think we are.
Let me cast a cantrip.
I think we're gonna open this door because we don't want to let Maffei die.
No.
Yeah, let's open that shit.
Because I am neutral good, sir. It doesn't matter how many lawful evil fucking ghosts I have in my brain. Or lawful neutral.
Yeah.
Open door now. And our perils left.
It's not letting me do that.
That was kind of the opposite of what I think you would do. I was trying to put on my pants, but then suddenly I had no pants.
Don't say he has legs. He's got legs.
I'm like, give me a beer. Water me, well, I was going to say soda and usually Doritos. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Baby Doritos.
Not responsible enough for a Big Bang.
I understand that.
You'd think the module with the most important thing in the room they'd actually fucking draw.
You're right.
Maybe it's something supposed to be so uncomprehendable that if they drew it, it would then have comprehension to it. Burn right through the book! I'm gonna pee really quick. Well, you.
Yeah, I think rolling initiative is the thing.
I'm gonna roll initiative. 15 for Renee and 1 for Zira. She's like,
Nothing wrong here. It's just empty.
We'll say Grinthark is able to go. Everyone gets the +1.
yeah, 15 and 1.
And then we'll just call it tree horror for lack of better term.
What you got, Mark?
I got a 10 for Nimbles and a 12 for Baby.
Ziva and Grin.
Ziva's got a 16, Grinthark's got a 10. The tree horror's got a 17. Maffei's got a 2.
Okay. Good to go. Oh, great. You should really see what's on the list right now.
If it's charged enough, I will. I don't know.
Very, it's not so far.
Mother of darkness.
Yep. It's bad. It's bad. It's
No,
bad.
sorry, it's the mother in darkness.
Mother in darkness. What the shit?
Creepy. WTF, mate?
Come to run.
The Tree of Horrors.
Alright, there's this weird cold feeling as Renee reaches out and touches the door as you push the door open.
Reach out and touch
It feels like you have to kind of crack the door open, like little tiny roots or tendrils that you can't quite see. Oh, you blinked once and you saw them briefly.
Don't blink.
Like it's got like a rubbery sort of substance that you're stretching as you're cracking the door open. The room is filled with things that are wrong. The monks of this monastery dug into things that they should not have, and left it for you to find.
Oh, that's great.
What the
What is
hell
it?
is that?
Tree mind flare?
That is an awful tree.
That is a
The door to this chamber, once opened, reveals runes painted in delicate black lacquer all over the room. There's a weird drone. And a wind sound, although there is no wind. 15-foot square. A 15-foot square of arcane symbols are inscribed on the floor. Above the large square of arcane symbols hovers what appears to be a vertical hole in reality. A window that looks out into the night sky, in which only a few tiny stars are visible. It's suspended about a foot off the ground.
Gold.
It looks like reality is kind of bending in and flowing into this place, although it looks like a perfect, a perfect rectangular opening. You're pretty sure if you were an artist, there would be some like perfect ratio that is being represented here, or perhaps a little bit off. Mathey is standing in there, standing in front of the portal, staring into it, and she's talking to it. Her guard is completely down. Her weapons are actually like. She dropped one and dropped another as she walked right up to this portal and is going, "Mother, is that you?" You notice
You were supposed to be standing around and not hiding. This is not hiding.
She briefly looks over towards you. Notice her face is kind of like leeching into the portal, like something is sucking it to beyond. Then there's a movement. Oh, it's not part of the wall or the arcane symbols or this black stuff that's growing everywhere. There's definitely a creature in this room that looks like it's some sort of perverted, wrong tree that never grew a trunk and proper limbs and only grew roots. There is a face somewhere in there, if you zoom really far in, that looks tarantula-like. There's a mouth that is stuffed with other roots of a slightly different color. There are roots that look more like claws, and it just begins to undulate happily as you come in.
Looks like a tree had a baby with an elephant.
Yeah. Girl's got that fire cemetery, like, you guys want to use it?
I think time to play lumberjack. Well, they said there's a tree thing. There's more thing than tree. This is not a tree thing. This is a thing tree.
It's a thing with some roots.
Oh. What if it's got like tentacles that grab you and throw you through the portal?
All right, Mathey just sort of seems to almost hear you, but then looks back towards it. Mother, can you hear me? She like almost faints, like she looks really weak. You know that she's heavily enervated.
We're gonna go bull rush her
And there's a
portal.
There's a dark shape that moved in front of the sky that's on the other side of the portal that only has a few stars in it, like a few of the stars you kind of missed, and you get the sense that some very large dark shape has moved. The Mother in Darkness doesn't do anything this round. The Tree Horror, however, gets to move first. I need a book.
There you go, buddy.
I'm pretty certain there's only one book for this world, so
Not here. Not here.
And Tomb of Horrors is not it. Oh, it's not Tomb of Horrors. We're safe.
Okay.
There'll be no madness checks today.
Oh yeah, they're playtesting Cthulhu.
Your brain explodes. Welcome to 10 years of madness. Unfortunately, I can't only live for 15 years. Old man now.
It's like, what did they do with this spell? Is this still a spell?
Is this thing a goddamn caster?
It's flicking its tentacles and making a horrible noise.
I wonder what happens when I whack it with a hammer. That might not be the right weapon for a tree.
Maybe not.
You want flaming scimitar?
Pretty sure
Oh,
Big
you-
Axe will do it though.
I'm pretty sure chops a lot over here. It'll be fine.
Okay. There are 2 broken statues that are now hurling at the first 2 people in line.
Oh, telepathy!
Tell them both.
It's like 2 heaving, like 2 pieces of statuary that are littering along the ground of the room just go flying towards Renee and
Okay.
Dark.
All right, son. Bring it!
It's been brought.
It's a ranged attack at this level.
Does it have
Dex.
Does it get the penalties or no?
Or this is easy. Level plus Dex is that. Plus a thing. 14. Wham! 19. 33.
Oh, you rolled a 19.
Yeah.
Not a crit.
Okay. This piece of statuary goes blarming into you. For 13 points of damage.
Okay, you put 13 on Renee.
And then the bit of statuary, the other half of the statue of the praying monk, goes flying into Grinthark. Rolls a nat 1, it misses him. It hits the top of the opening of the door, kind of hits the door, explodes against it. There's lots of bits still. You're pretty sure the creature and the flicking of some of its tentacles caused that to happen. It kind of went, and then these statues went flying at you. There's lots of rubble and stuff in the room.
Let's see if it likes hammer.
Okay. That was 2 actions. And its other action, it's just basically going to position itself on the other side of the chair. You don't know what it looks like from the backside, assuming that's the backside. It kind of climbs along the roof and the wall, like that's gravity to it.
How high up is it?
There's enough room for you to stand underneath it.
Smack it?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I wanted. Can I reach it? This is the question.
Ziva. Ziva's gonna cast Mirror Image. Stay the fuck back there. Mirror Image, and she raises a shield.
Yeah.
I don't want to go in there, she says. You don't have to. I have to if my sister does.
I shut the hell up and get
We're
in
going in.
Renee.
Hammer time, son. Let's get in there. Double move or triple move. All the move to get up to the tree.
I think it'll be triple move for you.
I'm walking not through the portal, around the portal, please.
Want to go up and over or below?
I'm going to go up and around.
Renee, as you were walking, you caught a glimpse of your own reflection in the portal, and you look like Sulla.
Ooh.
Full of Sulla's armor, marching, beautiful raven black hair and dark skin.
Yeah, like Charisma 16 or this Charisma 10 bullshit.
Do you want to maybe keep your distance, seeing as you will not be able to get an attack?
I know. I want to be up in its face.
Oh,
I want it to taste. I want to be just right in there.
All right, there you go, buddy.
Looking like Scylla.
Yep.
Right, trapped
On
in
that
the tree.
side, and on the other side, you actually look like a decaying Renee. You're pretty sure that this hole you could enter in both sides, like you're seeing
2 chunks of time or 2 realities.
2 chunks of time. You're actually not seeing Maffei from this side,
Oh.
but you're seeing the stars, and there's something very large that's moving and causing a silhouette between the stars and you on that side.
Flying elf eater.
Renee is primarily focused on stopping the tree, but this
Okay.
is all like nightmares.
Its eyes are bulging happily. You think it looks excited. It looks agitated or excited as you're coming in. It's shuffling, a bunch of its claws moving. It doesn't have any reactions that it's taking. Fabian?
Fabian will
Come on.
he will inspire courage and cast mirror image.
Okay. And then you cast a mirror image. And that's all your actions. Nibbles.
Nibbles wants to get in there.
Excuse me.
Nibbles coming. Nibbles coming.
I'm gonna call him the lumberjack. I don't know why Nibbles is farmer. Nibbles is lumberjack.
Yeah, he'll get that from me.
Well. Levi, let's go. Someone should definitely save Edge Lady McGee.
I believe it's pronounced MacGuffin. Edge Lady MacGuffin.
Alright, Nibbles just double moving and raging.
Yeah, no, he's not ready. That was a triple move.
Levi, what's going on, baby?
Grintark
Those two strats.
moves into the room.
Get
Not
up.
too certain.
Get over here and roll some dice.
He runs up. No. He runs behind Nibbles and is going to throw a dagger at it.
You stay with them, man.
So I'm going to give you a d20 plus 10 plus 11 with the Bard Song.
Alright. 15.
No, he throws the dagger and it goes. And it just kind of like slows down, but eventually just gets absorbed by the portal. I will remove one of his magic daggers.
Oh,
Character sheet.
that's better.
Okay.
That is why a bow is better. Alright, that's it. We're all going to jump through the portal.
Grizak, what are you doing?
Grizak's gonna go up and shoot a cantrip at the thing. So Grazurk is gonna go up here.
Okay, Grizak strides up.
That is 40. Okay, so it'll be the ice. See how it responds to ice. So with the ice, I think we'll either have to hit the thing.
Yeah, like big monsters' touch ACs are way better than they used to could.
Yeah. Let's see what this is. Yeah. Okay.
The touch ACs are not like 4.
Is there a Bard song?
Yep.
There is.
Oh.
That is a critical miss exactly.
Okay. On a touch.
Yep.
Whee! It's gonna be hard to hit. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I hope those casters have magic missiles all day.
It just simply moved its tentacles away and hit the wall.
I hit the wall, so it did not go into the void.
Nope.
Okay. Cool.
Get in there, monk boy.
Mars is gonna get in there.
Monk boy.
Hope I survived till first ed.
15 feet to there.
Keep.
Time to use
I can
that.
get in there at 100 feet.
Where are you going? All the way
Right up to it, yeah.
Okay. Vomaris passes in front of this place, and Vomaris glances into a sky where Pelor, does not tread. Beyond that window, you're hoping, is a place where even Pelor does not go.
We must close this abomination.
It looks
Sorry,
solid.
I felt like a wrestler for a second. Okay.
That's fine. Vamaris is
Wait, so that was two
his
steps.
adrenaline's making him speak all rough and gruff.
two steps. I'll make an attack and then I'll do my tiger step later.
Okay, so you're gonna attack it with a physical attack.
Yep.
AC 24. No, 26, sorry.
Sorry, 10, 11.
I can't. You've already got a bard song. That was too far away.
You kick it a couple times and its rubbery skin just sort of warbles, moves away from your strike, absorbing, letting a lot of. This time you're like, yeah, your tiger,
It's not tiger.
hand